Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and here on day one with the Xiaomi Mi 11, and what a crazy 20 hours it's been with this device. Guys, today's video is really almost a continuation of my first look yesterday. What I want to do today is just show you what was inside the box and also unbox this GAN charger, which did come included as a free option with the Xiaomi Mi 11. But then what I want to do is a little bit of GENSHIN IMPACT. That's right, guys. We're going to play with the remaining battery life that I have on this phone, 8%, and I'm going to be checking the CPU monitor just to see how this phone handles. And of course, stay tuned for my full review of this Xiaomi Mi 11. But guys, 20 hours in, impressions, my gosh, they just knocked it out of the park. Like I said yesterday, this phone is just absolutely stunning. But I will say one thing. I did a double take when I first took this phone out of the box, and I felt for a moment that I was using the OnePlus 8 Pro. There's just something about the design that Xiaomi has elected here. Maybe it's kind of the way that it's built. Maybe it's just the larger display, which is almost the same size as the display on the OnePlus 8 Pro. But I just felt like I was using a phone inspired by that design. And don't get me wrong, that is a good thing, because there's probably no other phone last year that was better built. And this Xiaomi Mi 11 just brings all those memories back with this gorgeous matte back. And you know what? The camera module has grown on me. I really am starting to like this type of look. Clearly, it is inspired from the iPhone, but you know what? That's a good place to get inspiration from, and I think they've done a really solid job with the design of this Xiaomi Mi 11. Performance has been terrific. This display, guys, is just out of this world. Now, one little nitpick I'll mention, yes, the curves are a little bit strange. I would have liked to see maybe a bit more curvature or maybe a little bit more of a boxy look to this phone. But beyond that, guys, it's still a terrific display. And let me tell you, once you go 2K 120 Hz, you're not going back. Seriously, guys, you could use this at Full HD Plus and probably preserve quite a bit of battery life. And maybe later on I will do a test just using Full HD Plus. But overall, I'm sticking to WQHD Plus and 120 Hz as my refresh rate. Now, some of you guys did mention, this says medium, Frankie Tech. Do you think that you will unlock a higher refresh rate like 144 Hz in the future? Perhaps you will, but for now, I think it doesn't really matter because 120 Hz is more than enough. And I don't want something killing the battery of this phone even more. So overall, guys, 24 hours in, I'm loving my new daily driver here, the Mi 11, and stay tuned, of course, for the full review of this phone very soon. But now let's quickly look at what is inside the box here with this Mi 11. Obviously, the controversial decision to remove the charger means that you got a much thinner box this time with this phone. But I do love this gold wording, and here you see all kind of the key features they want you to know about. 108 megapixel AI super camera, Super AMOLED display, HDR10 Plus, and sound by Harman Kardon. Let's go ahead and open this up. And inside here is where you would find the SIM ejector tool, and you have your kind of user manual, quick start guide basically. And this is also where you would have found this TPU case for the Xiaomi Mi 11. It's a pretty good case, but it's a little bit more flimsy than some of the other cases I've seen before. And once again, it reminds me of the case that shipped with the OnePlus 8 Pro. A much thinner TPU case than I'm used to seeing with some of Xiaomi's phones. And so there you see it. Once you unwrap the phone, that was it, guys. No charger in the box, but that's why they also included, as a free option for early purchasers, this GAN 55-watt charger from Xiaomi. And let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy because I'm gonna need it right after this video. And there we see it. What a small little charger, 55 watt capable though. And yes, it is the China plug, so I will need a converter for that, but no worries. And there you see your USB-A to USB-C charging cable with that nice orange to red accent color. All in all, guys, the unboxing experience of the Xiaomi Mi 11 is definitely a lot more simplified now than it used to be, but I still think it was a satisfying experience, and it's great that they did offer this 55 watt charger for free with initial purchase of this Xiaomi Mi 11. And so here we go, guys, switching to 5G here on the Xiaomi Mi 11. Now, guys, before I get started, I just want to preface by saying this is not some crazy CPU heat test. For now, I just wanted to share the gaming experience with this phone. I do, though, have the CPU monitor, which will be in the background, and we're going to play this at max settings here. With the limited battery we have left, we'll see how long it truly lasts. Let's go and tap to begin. But guys, initial audio visual experience of playing games on this Mi 11 is pretty incredible. I've had a chance to also play some Asphalt 9 and definitely have had a great time just playing games on this phone. And before we get started, let's go ahead and really up these settings to make this as challenging a gameplay as possible. There you see them, guys. All high settings, highest, and 60 FPS. So there you go, guys. I don't know how much more I can tax this phone. Let's see if we can fight some bad guys here. Oh yeah, there we go. And you can just hear the dual speakers in action here. They sound incredible. Now, I'm not sure if I actually want to stay doing this. So let's go ahead and fly off here. There you go, we're at 5% battery. And you know, these are the types of scenes that really will challenge this phone because it's needing to render all of the new foregrounds and all of this kind of new stuff that you're seeing here. So far, this phone is doing great. No issues whatsoever. Oh man, and they beat me up there pretty bad. Now here's the deal, guys. I think any phone in the right conditions is going to overheat, you could call it, or get much warmer to the touch than maybe is comfortable. And look, it's 22.5 degrees Celsius in this room, but let's face it, the ambient temperatures in your locations might be a lot higher than many other people. And let's face it, guys, if you're in a tropical climate and you're in a room which is like 28, 30 degrees Celsius and you're playing this game while charging it, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to get some really high temperatures on these phones. You know, right now in Hong Kong, even with the air off, it's still 22.6 degrees Celsius in here. And if I'm playing this outside, it's going to get even colder this time of year. But that being said, we've been playing now for about 8 to 10 minutes. And so let's go ahead and check the CPU monitor, see how is this phone doing so far. 44 degrees Celsius, 43. And so yes, there's no doubt in my mind, guys, that this phone will definitely get a bit warm. And if you're playing at 60 FPS on a 2K display, well, then I'm pretty sure you may even hit that 50-degree range that maybe you've seen in some other videos. But is that truly a deal breaker? And for all you guys complaining about the fact that phones overheat, what do you want the phone to do then? I mean, the other option is to do what the iPhone 12 does, and that's basically not overheat, but then it drops down the performance of the device, and it just can't keep up with this type of game at 60 FPS. I've seen a few little stutters here and there, but generally speaking, I think this is doing a pretty solid job. And if overheating is such an issue with this chipset, guys, we're going to find out about it pretty soon, because this chipset's going to be found in all the flagship phones that are released this year. Now look, I know it's cool to creating scandals about phones, get the clicks, get the views, and that's probably why a lot of reviewers out there do that kind of thing. But in my experience so far, this is not giving me any different an experience of any of the Snapdragon 865 phones that I tested last year, or even the Dimensity 1000 Plus, which, let's face it, if you saw my previous Antutu throttling test, that chipset got super hot. And there you go, guys. We played around 12 to 15 minutes here, and let's check the CPU temp one last time because it's about to die here. 46. That's as high as we got here. And there we go, the Mi 11 has officially died, so take it what you will, but that was my first gameplay, just sharing here on the Xiaomi Mi 11. This phone is dead, and that means it's time to charge this bad boy up. And that's it for this additional, what you could call, first look part 2 here of the Xiaomi Mi 11. Stay tuned, of course, for my full in-depth review of this phone. I'm not going to rush it, guys. I don't want to rush out a review. I'm going to give it my bittersweet time, and this phone totally deserves it. But stay tuned, of course, for the full review and comparisons also next to my favorite, here it is, my favorite affordable flagship of 2020, the Mi 10T Pro. These are going to go at it pretty soon in terms of cameras and just in terms of overall build quality and design, but just putting them right next to each other here for your viewing. Stay tuned for that comparison coming soon as well. But hit me up in the comments. What are your thoughts on this Xiaomi Mi 11 so far? And also keep commenting what other videos you'd want to see. I'm going to take my time with this one, guys, but I promise you, it will be worth it. So that's it for this one. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate all my OG supporters. Your support this last couple days has been tremendous. So thanks so much. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one. Ready to charge up, Mi 11? Let's go.